Welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC and then the price action of the whole market, right? So basically BTC, right? So we just reach our target of 5,200. If you watch my previous Bitcoin, price update on Sunday, our target was either 5,200, which was just about like 0.618 pullback, or 4,800, which was a 0.618 extension from this entire move, right? So but before we get started, right, let's just go into the coin market cap, and then we're going to take a look at the what's going on in the market first of all, right? Because it is quite interesting. Only Bitcoin is up according to coin market cap, right? So Bitcoin is just about 5,200, but on Binance it's like 5,160, right? It's only up 2%. Ethereum looking great according to coin market cap, right? So XRP, still at 32 cents, EOS, blah blah blah, right? You can go and check coin market cap. Coin market cap is pretty green, but Binance is pretty red versus BTC, right? All these altcoin. So it's just to give you guys time to show up, right? The total market cap is just about 176. BTC is just about like a 52%, dominance of 52%, right? The current volume 41 billion is a lot. So 41 billion, we should be up a lot with a 41 billion 24-hour volume. So let's go back to BTC, right? According to but BTC is just about like 5,200 according to coin market cap, and then we are pushing to the downside the last let's say last 45 minutes, right? So if you follow my last live stream, I'm just going to delete everything, and then we're going to make a quick review about what we talked about last time, right? So what we said last time, right? We said BTC either, with a 25% chance BTC going to pull back to 5,200, right? And that's what we did exactly, even though the chance of pulling back to 5,200 was very low compared to the chance of going back to 4,800, right? 4,750 to 4,800. So we said BTC either gonna pull back to just about 0.618, which is just about like 5,200 to 5,220. So but we get like to, I think, like 5,197, right? Yeah, 5,197.72 on Binance, right? It was pretty close, right? So give or take, right? 52 give or take. So that was a 25% chance of getting to 5,200, right? The next scenario was the second scenario was BTC pulling back to 0.618 extension, right? So you get your extension tool, and then the price was just about 5,100, right? So we said BTC going to be pulling back from this area, right? If BTC dropped from like 5,100, right, we would be coming back down like just about 48, right? Let's say 4750 to 4,800, like that, with 75% chance. So we got that initial drop last night, right? I mean, not last night, but yesterday, just about like 24 hours. But BTC couldn't drop below like 4,950, so it decided to push back up to 4,200 first. So I'm still looking for this slight, push to the downside with a 0.618 extension, right? And it makes perfect sense when you really take a look at it, right? It makes perfect sense because we just pulled back to 0.618 from this initial drop, this entire move. We just pulled back to 0.618. I just showed you guys, right? Let's take a look at it again. So this entire move, right, just pull back. So just about 0.618, right? So we could be pushing, we're not quite there yet, right? 51.97 is pretty close, right? Because the 0.618 is just about like 52.11. It's not even like 10 points. So I wouldn't be rushing too much about like 10 points, but it is a lot though. So but it makes sense. We just get back to 0.618. Now we're looking for a push down to a 0.618, right? So I don't know what if you guys get the point or not, but we hit our target, even though like it is a 25% chance of getting to a 5,200. I said it on Sunday, BTC has to make a move before Tuesday, right? And today is Tuesday, so it started to make a move on the Monday, and then Tuesday we finally, you know, finalize this 5200. So let's see how BTC is going to be managing to get back to this area, at least get a support. But it is still looking bullish, man. I'm 10% bearish on BTC, but I'm 90% bullish, like for the long term, right? Let's say, you know, the next couple of months, right? Because the monthly chart is pretty bullish, man. It is extremely bullish. It is extremely bullish, right? So let's go to the lower time frame, because we said something. Hey, what's up, Johnny Bull? I just opened up the live stream. Hey, what's up, Humi? What's up, Corey? Hey, KW XRP. We're gonna take a look at XRP. Let's go back and review what we said last time. I know you guys remember, right? That was like 1600, man, not 1600. Yeah, well, 4 p.m. right, military time, 1600. Last night we said just about 4 p.m. right, we saw a big reversal on the 5-minute chart. So, and I told you guys the most important time frame in crypto, not in crypto, but for most crypto, the 45-minute, at least for BTC, is a good reference. I said it last time. Every time the 45 minutes is completely like oversold, actually, we're gonna get to that area, right? You guys can go back and watch that video. So I said, like, every time you see a 45 minutes completely like oversold, you know, you're gonna get to the, you know, at least you're gonna get a big push to the upside. So I showed you guys like multiple examples, right? Even this time, like, we didn't even like completely like oversold, right? Just about 32, right? So, but the drop was so quick, we had to get a reversal. So you go back to this point, same exact move, right? We just got, so, you know, a V-shape push to the upside, right? So it is quite amazing, right? And I said it live. It was a live stream, so it's not like a, you know, a recorded video. So because most people, they record and then you know, they delete whatever they say and then make it look pretty. But everything I say is what you got, right? So it's nothing nothing has been changed. Everything is live, right? So everything is live. You just get what you get, right? So if I say something wrong, you know, I cannot take it back. So that's why I try to be like very precise about what I say. But if I'm wrong, I'll just say I'm wrong. And I always say it's not about being wrong. Hey, what's up, Sonny? It's about like following the pattern and then following the market. You know, the trend is your friend, right? Until it fails. So right now BTC is our friend until it fails, right? So but it is looking quite amazing. This reversal candle just about like 1605. Let's go to the 5 minute. Hopefully we're gonna be able to see it, because it's like a lot of 5 minutes we have to drag back. Just about this area. Let's go back. It is quite amazing, guys. It is quite amazing. Like, it was just about this area, guys. It was like 1605 exactly. We said, you know, BTC, the reversal was like the first 5 minutes of the hour, basically the last 4 hours of the day, right? The bears took control. The bulls took control, because the daily candle closes about like 8 p.m. Eastern time. So just about like the last 4 hours of the day, right? 1605. Look at the big reversal we got, right? 1600, right? So, and you really take a look at it, the last hour, they were trying to take advantage of the last hour of the previous 4-hour candle, right? They dropped the price. So basically, so the last hour, they only dropped the price just about an hour, and then they couldn't like even like reverse the price. So because the drop started yesterday, like just about like, you know, 1 p.m. right? So Eastern time, right? Just about 1 p.m. exactly at 1 p.m. right? Exactly just about 1 p.m. right? So you see how time is very important in crypto. Just about 1 p.m. right? 3 hours later, you know, they couldn't even drop the price anymore. The bulls took control exactly at 1605, because we were live. We were just about this area, right? And then we said like we're gonna get rejection from this 50 EMA on the 5 minutes. We did. We pulled back and then we moved to the upside. So I was thinking like this drop going to be a much deeper, like just about this area before it push to the upside, but we just got a big support, a push to the upside. So keep that in mind, guys. Hey, what's up, Strengths? I was actually at the gym, so I saw that big pump, I had to leave the gym, even though I didn't work out like for 2 weeks. So I saw the pump and I was like, man, I have to go home. So hey, what's up, Spencer? All right, so let's go back to the daily time frame, and then we're going to review, because it is quite amazing. A new pattern is forming on a BTC daily time frame. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it is quite amazing how BTC can be very, very interesting from day to day, right? And giving you a new pattern every single day. So you have to anticipate what's, you know, this pattern for BTC, because, you know, it is quite amazing, right? Let's go to the daily. I think it looks better on the daily. 4 hours, right? Go back to 4 hours, right? To 45. Yeah, it is a nice pattern just about this area. BTC is repeating the same pattern just about this area, right? If you see it, this pattern just about this area, right? That's what BTC is doing, just about this area. So same exact pattern. So I would be looking for a push to the downside, because this pattern push to the downside. I would be looking for a drop just about this area before a push to the upside, because the 45 minutes is, like we said, right? The 45 minutes is took us from this area, right? I said it yesterday, even though I was thinking like BTC gonna get back to 4,800, but as soon as I saw these guys, I told you, whenever we get this, you know, that was a great sign, right? Just about 1605, we're gonna move to the upside. So we starting to turn bearish again, just about like 51.55, and then this push to the upside was only BTC, nothing else pushed, nothing else pushed push to the upside, right? Only BTC, you know, was pretty much like pumped, right? I look at the market, the rest of the crypto all down versus BTC. So even though they green on their dollar value, so let's take a look at it. Daily time frame. We're gonna take a look at XRP very quick. So and I'm afraid also BTC could be making a triangle. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but we could be making a nice triangle, right? So we could be making a nice triangle. You just have to keep that in mind, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, somewhere around here. It could be a, you know, 5, and in that range, right? So we could be making this triangle, right? It just, let me draw it now. So we could be making a nice triangle just about this area. So keep that in mind also, right? It could be a 5-way structure. I'm looking for a move to the downside, but if BTC decides to push us to the upside, I'm looking for this triangle, right? I'm not sure like where this number 3 going to be at, because it could be higher or lower. So but we just estimating at this time, right? So let's say we get a because the baseline is we pretty much got the baseline, so we cannot change this baseline, right? So we just have to wait and see, because that's all. But basically we cannot change this triangle, because this angle is already set up. We already got a baseline, so we can't do anything, but we just have to wait for this number 3. It might take, I mean, what I'm saying, basically what I'm saying, like this line just about this area is pretty much set, right? You don't have 2 points, but you already got your angle set up, because you got your baseline. So this line has to be in this range, right? So but how long it's going to take BTC to get there, that's a question, right? So the fastest BTC gets there, the higher the price going to be, right? So because the angle will be decreasing, this line is decreasing, and I mean the angle is the same, but I'm saying the line is getting you know, to the downside the longer you wait, right? So the longer BTC wait, the lower the price going to be. So but we just don't know how long it's going to take to get to that point, right? So that's the scenario number 2, right? Either we're going to get to, we're going to get to 4,800, or we're going to make this a triangle. So keep that in mind, right? But I said like this this our road to like a 6K gonna be very boring. So it's not gonna be like I don't think it's gonna be very explosive. So until we make a sort of correction, a nice correction, but we just don't know which correction BTC will decide to make. So let's just stay open-minded. The RSI is looking great now. We getting a nice corrective move, right? A push to the downside, right? We're getting a nice corrective move. So let's see if BTC gonna make this move. Just about it here, just about that area. Maybe a push to the upside gonna take us to that number 0.3. I mean that 0.3 before coming back to 0.4, 0.5. A fake out and a push to the upside. So that's very possible. So keep that in mind, right? Because we're making a corrective move on the RSI. So a small push gonna make that get that RSI to finish up this correction. A final push, a final retest, and now push to the upside. But it is pretty bearish after after we retest this number 5. You can expect a fake out. It's not going to be a easy drop. You can expect a fake out and a move to the upside, right? So hey Santos, hola, ¿cómo estás? Okay, we're going to take a look at the lower time frame, and then we're going to go to BTC, right? Not BTC but XRP. XRP always steal the show. All right, lower time frame again. Let's go to the 5 minute, because the 5 minutes give us, see, the 5 minutes is not even like I mean, it was overbought just about like an hour ago, but it is looking like great again, man. It is looking great. Look at this U-turn. That's very aggressive, even though it's just 5 minutes. So, and then we don't have any support yet. So it is we don't have any support. BTC just keep moving to the upside. Maybe a 382 pullback, right? Let's see. Exactly at 382 pullback, right? A push to the upside. So it is pretty bullish, guys. So even though I'm looking for that 4800, if we don't get it, we don't get it. But it would be better for altcoin if BTC pull back to 4800. It's going to be a very explosive move for altcoin, but we might not get that 4% drop anymore. So, but 5 minutes is looking great, man. We about to retest 5197. Let's see, we almost like 50% pullback when you take a look at the 5 minutes. So let's see what type of rejection. It is looking good. We at 50% pullback, right? And then RSI is just 66, right? Let's see. We're exactly at 50% pullback. We're about to get to 0.618. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, right? Take a look at it. Very bullish engulfing candle. Going straight to this area of 0.618, which is just about like 5178. It is fun, man. It is fun watching BTC doing, this type of move. Okay. At least on the 5 minute charts off. So let's see if you're gonna get a rejection from 5178, right? Because this bullish candle is pretty engulfing, and we only got like 4 seconds. Come on, 4 seconds, 2 seconds. Whoa, that's pretty good, man. Look at this, man. Last 5 minutes, the bulls took control. Look at this, man. That's the most bullish candle, even better than this one, right? In terms of body, right? They're gonna drop it, so they're gonna drop it. But that was a great move, man, for this. It is quite amazing, man. Time is very important in crypto, so time is very important in crypto. So it is exactly at just about 0.618. Let's see if we're gonna get a rejection from 0.618. So 5178. So it's not even much. It's only like it's only like 3 points, right? 4500. How low? I don't know. The fake to the downside. Yes, we did hit 50. We did hit it, right? We just hit it. Exactly. We hit it. So let's see. It's gonna be 5 minutes. It's gonna be a long 5 minutes, guys. This candle was a pretty engulfing. It's on the 5 minutes. We exactly hit the 0.618 now, right? 5180. So exactly at 5180. Exactly at 6180. 5180. So So the fake to, I mean the XRP, yeah, we're getting rejection. So let's go to XRP, guys. Let's go to XRP. We're getting rejection. We're getting rejection at 0.618. It is quite amazing, man. We pull back to 382, get rejection at 0.618. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. We got that rejection. They're gonna drop it. It's okay. XRP, guys. You wanna go to XRP? Only I think only KW wanna talk about XRP. Nobody is talking about XRP. XRP. Okay, give it 2 minutes, guys. We're gonna go to XRP. Give it 2 minutes, because we just want to see if we're gonna get a push to the upside on the 5-minute chart. It is looking nice, man. It is looking nice. XRP BTC. On Binance. Yeah, that's a good thing. XRP is moving with BTC, at least for the short term, right? It is not looking bad. Nice divergence. Excuse me. Nice divergence on the 5-minute chart. That's a very big divergence, guys. That's pretty nice. That's the same divergence we got on the daily time frame. I don't know if you guys are paying attention or not, but that's the same divergence, just about this area, right? We got the same move on the daily time frame. Let's see if that's true or not, because I might be thinking about another pattern. But that's the same divergence. It's exactly, man. So if you're familiar with XRP, guys, if you even like wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna recognize all these patterns. So you go back to the 5 minutes. It is making the same move with BTC, right? Nice divergence. It is moving below this area of a trend line, right? Remember, this yellow line is a long-term trend line, right? Long-term trend line, right? So the same trend line we drew like on the daily time frame. Let's take a look at it again. So it is making a divergence below this trend line, so it's a good thing, right? Let's go back. So you guys recognize the trend line, right? I don't have to show you. You see this trend line? That's a yellow line you've seen on the 5-minute chart. Look at the type of divergence we're making below. So, and also we're making the, on the bigger time frame, it's the same trend line we are making a divergence from, like on the daily time frame. So that's the same. It is a good sign, guys. It is a good sign, at least. So if we're making on the 5-minute chart a divergence on a trend line, this trend line, the long-term trend line, it is a good sign. It is a good sign, though. But if we're gonna take a look at the long-term view, it is more important. So we're pulling back just like BTC, right? So let's see if XRP is gonna be able to pull back just about 0.618, which is just about like 62.14, right? And I make this one-to-one extension. It's not going to be easy, right? It's not going to be easy. So 6114, pull down to 6114, and then make, so let's say we get make a one-to-one extension. We're just going to be closing above this the trend line. So the daily time frame might look good, right, if we close above that line. So we're definitely going to be closing above this trend line. So, but it is quite interesting. We're just going to have to wait and see. So even a one-to-one extension from this point is going to take us like just about like 6300, right? So which is going to give us a lower low, right? Still a lower high, I mean, right? Lower high. So we made this lower low just about this area. Now we're trying to make some lower highs, right? So then we're gonna get this triangle just about this area. So let's see if it's gonna play out like this. 1, 2, can be 5 or 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they push to the upside. All right, sorry, I muted it. Sorry, I muted it. So sorry. Okay, so let's take a look at the XRP. I hit the mute button and then I forgot that I hit it. Okay, XRP USD, we're looking for this pattern, right? We got some reversal pattern, and then we want to get the same exact pattern just about this area. So it is giving us a it is giving us a giving us a same exact pattern. So on the left and right shoulder, we're looking for another small pattern. So basically, when you take a look at the XRP USD and then the XRP BTC, so basically the USD is the inverse of the BTC. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying or not, but you got a left and right shoulder, right, left and right shoulder, right, on versus BTC, right, versus BTC, you got left and right shoulder. Hey, what's up, Mark? So but on the it is pretty bullish versus BTC, but it is pretty bearish versus the US dollar, right? So you got to keep that in mind, because this is a bearish momentum, right? It's not bullish at all, right? So even though I'm pretty bullish on XRP, this pattern right here, I wouldn't say like it is pretty bullish, right? So because it is quite a left and right shoulder, so you got to be objective sometimes. So but when you go back to the XRP BTC, it is pretty bullish. That's basically the inverse, right? Let's get that right. Let's get that right. So you see this pattern, right? If you inverse it, right, that it gives you the XRP USD XRP BTC, right? I just flipped the chart, right, the USD pairing, right? So take a look at it. That's the same exact move you're getting, right? So I don't know if you guys pay attention or not, but you get your left and right shoulder, your head, right, and then you're trying to make this move on this right shoulder, right, versus the BTC. So I don't know if it makes sense or not. So keep that in mind, right? It is pretty bullish versus BTC, but versus the dollar, it's not extremely bullish, right? But you gotta keep that in mind. If you inverse this chart, it is gonna give you like versus BTC. So I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. But we're looking for this right shoulder. When you invert this chart, we're looking for this right shoulder versus BTC. XRP is already just about this area, right? If you invert this chart, right, if you invert this chart, it's going to give you exactly BTC exactly. It's not quite exactly the same, but in terms of pattern, it's the same, left and right shoulder, right? Litecoin got the same move, right? Left and right shoulder, came back down to this area, right? So let's see if XRP going to be able to make that move, right? So but versus the USD, we already said it, we were looking for this move, right? It pushed it upside, came back, retested. That's why I had this I circled this move, right? So I said it long time, right? Like I don't even know last time we talked about that, right? But I said it like we're looking for this small right shoulder, right? So it is already completed, so hopefully we're not going to break it. I don't see XRP breaking it, right? We most likely going to get a support as low as, let's see, like 27 to 28. That's the most I think we can break it, right? So 27 to 28, and it means like BTC has to drop. So BTC has to drop for XRP to drop that much. So all right, Mark, thank you. Sorry guys, I hit the mute. I muted the sound. I think I was drinking coffee, so I didn't want to make that noise. All right, Johnny Bull. Yeah, I saw you guys. I showed you. I think I saw your live stream. You mentioned about that triangle. I don't know if you're talking about this small triangle or you talking about the big triangle. So let me know. Let me just remove everything. So let me know which triangle you're talking about, Johnny. That's a USD pairing I'm looking at. So because I don't see any breakout as I'm making this video. So if you see any breakout, let me know. I know we got this big move, right? I don't know if you guys see that or not, but it looks exactly like Nano, right? Exactly like Nano. So a final retest wouldn't hurt, right? A final retest of this because Nano made that the same exact move, this move, a 3 down, right? We could be getting this move down to 28, 29 again before a final pump. When you really take a look at it, right? It's just part of the structure. It's not like bearish momentum, but it's just part of the structure. And then the R side is just hanging, man. It's just hanging. We almost, you know, about to break this area of support on the R side. Take a look at it, right? We're about to break it. So we're about to break it. So we're about to break it. So we just got to rebound. So let's say we break it, we just have to, you know, let it drop. There's nothing we can do. We just have to let it drop and get our divergence before a big move. So yeah, the triangle is good. Yeah, the triangle is good. As long as we don't break it, we can be in this range like forever. Not forever. Eventually we're gonna have to get out of it, just like Nano. So if you guys been watching my channel like since like February, I said Nano gonna break out, right? Nano was like 23,000, right? Like 70 cents, right? Versus BTC was like 70 cents, right? 71 cents. But you know, Nano went up like just like last week, like 35,000, right? So you take a look at it, right? You know, 70, just about like 23,000 to like 35,000. It's almost like, you know, over 50% move to the upside, right? So if Nano can move 50% to the upside, you know, XRP can you know, at least 5x, right? With the same exact pattern, right? Same exact pattern, but the pattern of Nano is just smaller, right? So it's Nano pattern, it looks like this, right? So let me show you Nano BTC. Nano BTC. Okay, thank you, John. It's about to break out, man. It's gonna break out. All right, let's just remove everything from Nano. All right, Nano. Excuse me. We got that. We got this move, right? So we were following this move very aggressively, and then we said, you got this. You can make it like this, or you can make it like, depend how you want to look at it. But you know, just to make myself feel good, you know, I drew it like this, and then we did get that breakout, came back, retest the 50 EMA, it pushed to the upside. Right now Nano is coming back down, so it is exactly the same move as XRP. You even take a look at this pattern, just about this area. Nano about to break, you know, this area of support, just like XRP, right? So if Nano breaks this area, it's not going to look good at all, because it's not going to get any support from this RSI, right? Unless you want to, you know, look at things like linearly, right? You can say that, oh, we got another way, we got another support just about this area. But in terms of price, we just have to come back just about like 23 to 24. Let's say Nano break this area of 50 EMA, so which is just about like 26,000, like 27,000. We're most likely going to get to 27,000 very shortly. So, but let's go back to XRP. So, okay, that's even like better for the recalculated one versus the USD. So same exact pattern with Nano. So big support from the 50 EMA. So let's hope we're not gonna break it, right? Hey, what's up, Todd? PPT. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? When BTC goes to 4,800, I mean 4,800 is our target. We had like two targets, 5,200, right? You gotta go watch that video, right? I think it was BTC. Hey Todd, I'm gonna take a look at PPT and gas very shortly. You gotta go watch my Sunday morning BTC live update, because not live but update. So you go to my channel, and then the thumbnail is just about this area, right? Bitcoin price update, Bitcoin looking bullish. So go ahead and take a look at this video, right? So it was on the 14th, right? It'll give you like a big explanation. So we target was 52 and 48, right? So we hit 52 first, so we're looking for 48. But you know, you just gotta be careful sometimes, because BTC is, you know, is pretty bullish. You just have to get your setup and let it do, you know, what it needs to do, right? You cannot force it. Okay, and make sure to subscribe so you can get these updates, right? So otherwise you're gonna be missing out, right? So you don't have to hit the like. So so let me take a look at the BTC really quick, and then we go back to PPT BTC. Let's detail. Something crazy might be taking place right now. 5 minutes. We said the 5 minutes, we went back to a 0.618, which was just about 5180, right? We hit 5180 exactly. I think it was 5178, but it pushes to a 51 so you see, we pull back. BTC is respecting these moves, right? You know, the fib levels, respecting it, right? Pushes to a 0.618. Now it is making a new structure, right, on the 5 minute. So, but we got a big support from a 50 MA on the 5 minute, which is just about 5130, right? So it's not gonna be a bad idea, you know, 5130, right? So it is just going to be a nice structure, ABC correction to the downside, right? Let me get my drawing tool. 1, 2, and 3, right? So, and then we're gonna attempt to retest to break this area again, right? And then finally get to a 48, hopefully, right? So let's go ahead and okay, Johnny, you agree about that check out to a 28 cents? Hopefully it's gonna be quick, so because it's not gonna look great at all, right? Hey, what's up, Hernandez? You still looking for, amigo, you still looking for 15 cents XRP? Alright, I hope we're gonna get it, but I don't think we will, but we will see. Let's go take a look at PPT. PPT is one of my biggest holdings for some reason, so PPT BTC patterns. Let's take a look at the 45 minutes first. To take a look at we got a nice divergence on the 45 minutes. I haven't taken a look at the R side, but this move, just by taking a look at this move, you can tell like it's a divergence move, right? Like it is either a divergence, right, or R side is looking great. So let's just take a look at, right? You take a look at, right? It is a divergence. Sometimes you don't even have to take a look at the price to know like you got a divergence. You don't have to take a look at the R side to know that you got a divergence, right? Just by being familiarizing yourself with the price action, you're gonna be like, even by taking a look at the price action on your phone, like you can tell if how the R side is looking, you know, if you like you know, very familiar with the price action. You call any coin, right? You mention any coin, we're just going to take a look at the price, and then we're going to say if the R side is having a divergence or double bottom, just by taking a look at the price, you know. And it's a random, you know, it's a random coin. This guy just mentioned it, right? So it is a nice move, a nice divergence. I'm holding a lot of PPT. It's not one of my it's not my biggest holding, but it's, you know, quite a big, like more than 10% of more than 10% there, just about 10% of my portfolio. So, but it is giving us a divergence. Let's take a look at the daily, because I remember on the daily we're looking for this move. You remember last time PPT was like 12%, and then we talked about it. We got the same pattern, guys. Look at it. We got the same pattern. We say PPT gonna come back down to this area, make a divergence. Look at it. We got the same drawing. I haven't even changed it yet, you know, even though it breaks it, you know, it is the same pattern I got just about this area. So it doesn't have to look exact. It broke this line I drew, but you get the concept, right? It pushed it upside, coming back down. So let's see how PPT gonna handle this move, because we got the divergence we're looking for, just like XRP, right? So we could break this, like I said, right? Exactly right. Like I said, we could break it, right? Break this low, a fake out, just like XRP, and move to the upside, right? You go back to the 45 minutes. The 45 minutes, I like when the 45 minutes is giving you a double bottom. I said it last night, not last night, but you know what I mean, right? About BTC, when BTC was, the R side was exactly at the bottom, completely oversold, right, on the 45 minutes chart. I said, guys, we got a good news. Most likely we're gonna get back to the overbought, right? And that's what we exactly did, less than 24 hours, because it was like just about 1600 yesterday, 4 p.m. right, military time, 1600. So you take a look at, we got a double bottom just about this area, right? We didn't get a divergence, right? So but we got this divergence, double bottom, right? So we could be looking for PPT to be extremely bullish. So let's break this area. We got this area we need to break, right? After that we got a bigger area we need to break, right? This area, just about this area, right, on the 45. As soon as we break the small one, we already broke it, right? We just don't want to get back into this area. We have to break this area, just about this, right? The bigger rectangle, right, with the R side. So and then we're gonna get a overbought, right, just like BTC. So it is looking great, man. It is looking great. It is just like looking bad in the long term, but you know, at least for the short term we're getting like some momentum, right? Hey, what's up, Sonny? You bought a lot of Nexus? Yeah, that's good. I don't have any Nexus, but Nexus was just about 0.786, so we will see. Let's go to gas. Guys, let me know if BTC is like breaking out so I can go back to BTC, right? Gas is giving us a nice move, guys, like just like what we said about gas. We were looking for gas to push higher, but gas, it is making a accumulation move, right? So you can see on the 45 minutes, right, this yellow line you see, I put this yellow line a long time ago, right? Last time we talked about gas. So we started to move to the upside. We were looking for gas to push higher and come back, retest it, but gas is just making a accumulation move, a retest, a break to the downside, a divergence. We see double divergence. That's why I say, like, guys, keep in mind on this divergence, right? Keep in mind on it, like you got one and then you got two, right? Price still moving to the upside. So look at, you got your double bottom just about this area, right? I hope you guys can see with this, all this green and stuff. So we're most likely going to retest it. It wouldn't be a bad idea before a continuation, right? So you got one double divergence, second divergence. So I'm holding some gas. Gas is almost like 20% of my portfolio, so it's not like I'm bearish about gas. So let's go back to the daily time frame so we can see better. So exactly, see how what we said about gas on the daily time frame last time, right? We were looking for gas to push higher, right? But it couldn't push higher, right? We were looking for a ABC correction because gas was just selling off, just like you know, just selling off to the downside, right? So let's remove this. So we say like gas is just about like 1-to-1 extension. So it dropped below this 1-to-1 extension. If like we're not going to be able to make a push to the upside, we just have to wait at 539, which is just about like 1.618 extension. So it is not going to look good. But if we break this area, we have to wait for 539 for a better reversal, right? On the R side, on the daily time frame, we're still not oversold yet. So, and last time gas got oversold was like just about like first week of December. We got this divergence on the first week of December, right? So we got this divergence. So got this divergence, and then now we could be making another one just about this area with a double bottom. It's not gonna look good, but we just have to face it. But at least on the 45 minutes chart, please don't forget about Tether. Okay, at least on the 45 minute charts, we're looking great. We're looking great. So let's see if we're going to be able to get overbought again, right? On the 45 minute, nice divergence, nice double bottom, right? So hey, what's up, St. Paul? Hey, what's up, Hernandez? I know you're pretty bearish on BTC. But we will see, man. Anything can happen. Like I'm very relaxed with BTC, even going like to a 4200. I don't have anything against BTC going to a 4200, but I'm just like I'm just trying to be consistent with like what we've been not predicting, what we've been analyzing since BTC was like 3500, guys. So if you've been watching my streaming, or you've been watching my updates, BTC update, I've been pretty consistent, right? If it goes to 42, we just have to stay with our methodology, right? And if like we have to change something to make it better, I will. But for now, I'm just gonna have to stay with the methodology. We've been pretty successful, even though the market is pretty bearish the last 10 days. It's not a big deal. It's not, it's not end of the world, because the market gonna be here the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So these 1 week of bearishness is like it's nothing. It's nothing. So hey, thank you Hernandez. So I hope you subscribe. So I know I see you a lot in the live stream. You got $5 available. Okay, let's hey Sonny, what's up? Let's take a look. Somebody asked about what? Hey, what's up, Nicholas? I think I called your name earlier, right? PPT, Tether. Okay, let's take a look at Tether, right? Guys, I just take requests. I'm not gonna go through my list today because I'm not in the mood of going through the list. So, but if you guys get some requests, I can take a look at it, right? Alright, thanks a lot, Hernandez. I think Tether BTC, right? You want Tether BTC or Tether USD Tether? Tether is looking doesn't look bad at all. Still pushing to the downside. I know we talked about it last time, right? So let's go back. Hopefully I can be consistent and say exactly what I said, right? So we just below this area of 0.618. Like if we already broke it, right? So let's see if Tether gonna be able to get a rebound from this area. A rebound from this area of 0.786, which is just about 1948, right? It sounds like another coin I just talked about with 1969. I can't remember, but I think it's engine, right? Engine, yeah. So 1948, right? So let's say we get a rebound from 1948. We're gonna get this nice divergence from this area, which is going to be great, right? So also I just have to come back. You cannot make this move like this noise up all the way up there like this. It's not healthy. I don't see like Tether going repeating this pattern. It could, like, because you got this pattern just about here. It's just smaller, right? But look at the downside. It's gonna be sharp drop. So it is not just healthy. You got this pattern just about this area. It is the same. It's just different slope. But let's hope like the outside gonna give you a reversal. This way you're just gonna come back down to 0.786 for a better momentum, right? Because your price is gonna be like this. I don't have any Tether, so I'm just giving a objective analysis, right? So your price is gonna be like this, and then your outside gonna come back down. So like that, and then you're gonna get this move, right? So now you can make a lot of noise or get all the way up there, right? So but it is pretty noisy, this move. So it is pretty noisy, and then the price is not making any move. It's just like going up and down, making this noise. So just like that, but it could surprise you, right? It could surprise you, just like this move. It's the same exact move. It could surprise you in a big push to the upside. So let's say you close above this area of 50 MA. It is going to be very bullish until we close above this area of 50 MA. I would be waiting for a divergence. So it is a nice corrective move, a push to the upside, right? It is a nice corrective move, but just to be safe, let's say if I was holding Tether and I was looking for to accumulate more, at least for the short term, we got a nice corrective move just about this area right? A retest. Let me just remove everything. Okay, you got a nice corrective move, right? It probably look better on the looks better on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go. Okay, looks better in here, right? You got your nice corrective move, right? Nice corrective move. Your nice corrective move just about this area, a retest, and now we're following through it, right? So it is pretty valid to say like we're gonna be closing above the 50 EMA on the daily time frame, but until we close above the the 50 EMA on the daily time frame, just about this area, it doesn't have to be exact, right? You just want to get a nice close above this area, and wait for the retest before wait for a 382 pullback. So let's say you swing trading, right? So a 382 pullback gonna take us, so that's right, exactly a 382 pullback, right, which is just about 3301. It is pretty possible, right? But we don't have any divergence, right? A clean divergence. Basically we got a divergence, but it is not clean. It's a lot of noise. So it's a lot of noise, and then the market is not looking great, so I would be waiting for a retest of 0.786. I mean, it's not a financial advice, but you know what I mean, right? So you know what I mean. But it doesn't look bad at all. Also, it's moving to the upside. You just want to confirm, right? You just want to confirm, but it's not like it is a very bad. But if you take the entire move, you're already at 0.786. So I don't know which one I took. Right? Maybe I took this one, right, from this area. But if you take like the move from the 50 EMA, you're already at 0.786. But if you want to be consistent, and then you take like the entire move, I mean, you can save a lot of money, right? That's almost like, let's see, that's almost another 16%, 20% drop, right? So, but if you just take this move, just about this area, you're looking for another maybe 10% move. Let's see. It's still about the same, right? So it looks small, but it's the same move almost, like 20% and 16%. So it's 4% difference. So all right, let's go ahead and hey, what's up, homie? Hey, what's up, Sonny? Thanks a lot. Okay. All right. I hope I answer your question for Tether, right? BCH was looking great. I was looking for a pullback, but it is holding strong versus BTC, right? I have to take a look at BTC again, because yeah, BCH SV, we said we wanted BTC. I remember what we said. We said we wanted BTC SV, not SV, ABC to close as close as possible to that this area of resistance. So and then the following day we're gonna try to push through, right? And then we said like it has to push through before BTC goes bearish, but it seems like it doesn't want to push through, right? We're getting a big resistance, so it is not a good sign. So, and the next area of support for BCH SV is nothing but this 50 EMA. It is going to be moving very fast shortly, so it's going to intercept the price. I don't see like BCH SV dropping past this 50 EMA very easily, because most people are going to be waiting for that move, right? So most likely it is going to be, let's see, from this initial move exactly at 0.618, right? So exactly, so I just drew this line randomly, but see, it's exactly at 0.618. So but we're just gonna have to wait and see, right? Because we already got a support from 50 EMA, a push to the upside, got a rejection. The next target is just about points. We just got a support from a 50 EMA, right? And then we push back to the top, got rejection. So your next area of support just going to be like 0.618, right? And then we're gonna get a 5-10% move. Let's see. Yeah, we're just gonna move to the next level of a fib, right? Which is also a resistance just about this area. So a 7 to 10% move, and then we're gonna see if it is gonna come back down to a 0.786. But if the market is extremely bullish, by the time BCH get to like 0.618, right, it is definitely going to get a big support, and then we're going to move to the upside, right? Let's take a look at BCH SV versus the dollar, right? Versus the dollar, that's what we said also, right? So we said we wanted BCH SV to close as possible to like 320 in that range, 318, right? And it did a great job closing just about this area. But I said like you know, as soon as the daily candle closed, it has to take advantage of this momentum, but it couldn't, like. So price action is very important, guys. It couldn't take advantage of this, you know, being closing like just about the tip, right? 320, right? And then the top was just about 334, but you know, it's been like almost 24 hours. We couldn't like even like push higher, so it's not a good sign at all. It is not a good sign. And then you take your if you take your entire move, right? Let's see. If I take just this move, you know, we're looking for a 0.618 extension. If I just take a look at this move, you know, next target is just about 235, right? So with an assumption like, you know, we're going to continue to be bullish, right? We're just going to take this move, right? So, but if you want to take the entire move, it's not going to be looking great, right? This entire move, just about this area, because you got your first move, a pullback, right? How much we pull back? We pull back to 0.786, the initial move, right? So you could be expecting another wave, because we only got one wave, so you can either gonna get 3 or 5, but it seems like we're gonna get more than 3. So you're in the second wave, just by this area, right? We're exactly at 382, right, for the second wave, exactly at 382. So we got a double top from 382, and then you're looking for another 0.786, right? I mean, not 0.786, but 0.50%, right? Not 0.50%, 50%, right? 0.5. So, and 0.5 is going to be at 228, right? Of this second wave, just about this area, right? You get the point, right? I keep saying, right? So this move right here, a 50% of this move going to be at 230, right? So, but if you take a look at it, right? A 0.786 of this, just this move, right, gonna take you exactly the same area, right? Almost, right? 234. So either 234 to 228 going to be a big area to look for, right? I'm not sure if it's gonna get there anytime soon, but it is just a good area to look for, because it's a combination of two fib levels, right? 0.618 and 50% at the same time with different waves. So, but let's just wait and see if we're gonna break this area. If not, we're just gonna have to come back to this area, because we couldn't take advantage of yesterday bullishness, and then you know, the RSI is looking good, but it has to come back down. It has to come back a little down, right? Just about this area, and right, at least retest this area. So, all right, no problem, M. Make sure you got one letter name. Okay, make sure to subscribe. I don't know if you already did, but I'm just gonna call you M. All right, let's go back to a BTC, right? Guys, if you stay like very objective, sometime it'll help you a lot. It'll help you a lot with it. I mean, you know, I don't take a look at most of these coins, but you know, being objective, not subjective, so gonna help you like even like on your trading. So you see BTC, same type of pattern, pull back to 0.786, right? So you could be looking for, if like we want to be bearish, BTC is not even like at the, you know, 382 pullback, right? BTC is not at 382 pullback. At 382 you're looking at a 46.60, right? If I just want to like apply the same methodology I just did for ABC, you could be looking for a 382 pullback, right? 382 pullback, but I don't think we're gonna get to that 382 pullback. So I'm looking for a 48 before a push to the upside. So, but 48 is my ultimate target. If, like, let's say we break 48, we just have to use this methodology, right? And then we're gonna look for 46.60, and then we're gonna look for 44, right? Because we already hit our target of 54.50, and then we have to wait for a reversal pattern, but we try to push to 56 and 58, but until then we're gonna have to look for a reversal pattern. You want it outside to stay up on Tether. Outside cannot stay up like forever. It has to decline. It cannot stay up forever, so at least, right? So, but for Tether, it was too much noise on the R side. It's too vertical, right? It was too vertical, and then price is not making an aggressive move, and then R side is making a lot of noise. So, but we just have to wait and see if Tether gonna be able to close above 50 EMA on the daily time frame, right? Right. So let's go back to the 45 minutes, because the 45 minutes on BTC is telling us it wants to go down, right? So nice move, but no area of support. So we just have to wait to see if BTC gonna come back and retest 5109, which is 382. If not, we're just gonna have to come back to 5079, and everybody gonna be panicking. So 48 is my ultimate target, 4750 to 48 for BTC. Since we hit our target of 5200, if you watch that video, we said like BTC going to 5200, right? We hit that target, and then the analogy I gave you was this move just about this area. Let me show you again. Hopefully I can find it on the 45 minutes. This move just about this area, even though it wasn't 45 minute, right, chart. Take a look at this move, right? I'll say BTC going to replicate this move, not in terms of shape, but in terms of extension, right? You take a look at this. So I'm gonna repeat what I just said. BTC, I said like BTC going to repeat this move, not in terms of shape, right, but in terms of extension. What I mean by extension, so this move just about this area, right, it double bottom with a 0.618 extension, right? So I say BTC going to be repeating this move, right? So, and then we're going to go take a look at the current price action of BTC. Oh, thanks a lot, BF. But it'll come, man. It's not in rush. So because if you like, let's say you buy your subscriber, you see like people saying come subscribe to my channel, come subscribe to my channel. So it'll make your channel looks bad, because once you get 10,000 subscribers, but those followers, they're not really like watching. Yeah, so that's why that's the reason why sometimes you see like people with like 12,000, 20,000 subscribers, but they don't get like even like 100 views. So it doesn't make any sense sometimes, right? But if you get like true followers, like let's say you watch my video and then you start following, that's the best followers, right? You don't force those people to follow, or you don't force those people to like. They just follow because they like what you're doing. But if I tell like my whole family to subscribe, and tell my whole friends and co-workers and classmates to subscribe to your channel, and then you get like 10,000 subscribers, and then like 5,000, I mean not 5,000, five views, doesn't make any sense. But going back to that pattern, I said like this move just about this area, right? In order to replicate that move, BTC has to make a 0.618 extension, and once we get to just to be aggressive, right, once we get to that area, right, once we get to 5200, we're going to be able to replicate that move, right? We're going to be able to replicate that move, right? So, and that's what BTC did exactly. So we almost at the 5200, right, 5197. And I said like if BTC wants to replicate that move, it will give us that move, right? It has to give us this 5200 and then a 0.618 extension, right? I'm gonna come back down to this area. So I'm gonna come back down to this area, which is just about like 4850, right? So if it goes to 5200, that's exactly what we said. So exactly 5200, come back down to 4850. So we say like the highest BTC goes, the better it is. So let's say BTC goes to 53, right? We just have to increase this level, right, to 53, and then the drop gonna be lower, right? So we just gonna say, oh, BTC not gonna drop to 48, but it's gonna drop to 49.50. So but if it drop this 0.618, we're just gonna look for this one-to-one extension, and it's still gonna be valid, but just to be consistent, we stay without 5200 and see if BTC gonna drop to 48.50, which is a one-to-one extension. I mean 0.618 extension. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Todd? Hopefully I answer your question about PPT and gas. Oh, I didn't take a look at. We took a look at gas already, so we took a look at gas. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin, and then we're gonna take a look at Nexus after. I think Sunny has like plenty of Nexus. Litecoin, we're looking for this pullback after a retest of let's see. If you guys been following me, right, we said Litecoin, we're looking for a pullback after a retest of this area, right? So it doesn't have to be exact, and then we say we're going to pull back to that. So we're still not quiet to this box, right? This green box. We came down like almost 2%, right? Almost like 1.5% within this box, right? We said like it's going to pull back after we come back down within inside this box, right? But we're still waiting. We're still waiting. So 2% is pretty much like very close, but we're just gonna leave it there. You know, we could get another wick to the downside, right? So let's take a look at the bigger time frame. Yeah, we say we're gonna retest this area, a pullback to 382, but we still haven't retested, right, the 50 EMA. So Litecoin is holding strong, but it is pretty scary because when you really take a look at it, right, the reason why it is pretty scary, Litecoin is not giving you any corrective move. All this, it is just like I said the last time, it is just like a straight sell-off, right? That's the first corrective move we're getting, right? That's the first corrective move we're getting. So we're gonna be looking for another extension of this move, like to the downside. We just have to, right? We don't have any extension. We don't have any ABC correction, right? Unless you want to go to the 4-hour time frame. Let's go to the 4-hour. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, you can see it, right? But if you want to rely, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, you're gonna see this. You're gonna see this. This move. But if you pretty like if you're not aggressive, you got your double tap, right? And then you got 1, 2, right? Almost you got 3, right? This is a 0.618 extension, this move, if I remember, right? Let's see. 0.618, let's see. Exactly at 0.618. So we hanging just about 0.618 extension, right? Just about 0.618 extension. And we say we need a one-to-one extension. That's what we said. So that's why we're looking for this move. So, and the reason why I'm pretty conservative about Litecoin, if I were aggressive, I'm just gonna go by the 4-hour time frame, but you have to be conservative sometimes. So the reason why I'm saying I'm conservative, like we don't have any, Litecoin has not made like a big pullback, right? So far. So let's say you're trying to be conservative, right? You just say 1, 2, and then you're looking for 3, just about this area, right? See, it could even like go lower, but we just have to wait and see. So we just expecting this move. Let's just expect this move, this C wave, just about this area. So that's the reason I think like Litecoin is gonna drop further, right, to the downside, and get a support from this 50 EMA, but we're gonna battle down to this area. So they get a support just about this area, again, right? So we could even like come down, but let's just target this area first, right? Another 3 to 4% drop. It's not even much, though. I mean, it is much if you day trading. It is a lot too. Any percentage is a lot. It's just very subjective sometimes. When I say it is not a lot, I mean like in terms of like Litecoin, making that move, not like somebody making profit, but it is not a lot for Litecoin when you take a look at the volatility of Litecoin. But even 0.1% is a lot because that's what you pay for your fees. So, OMG, oh my god. Okay, it's almost 4 o'clock. Alright, OMG same similar to Litecoin, right? As as we say, like I was just talking about Litecoins. You see, OMG is just straight sell off, couldn't make a ABC correction. So we're gonna have to push to the upside, right, to give us a ABC correction, right? So we have to get a move to the upside in order to get this B wave, right, and a C wave. You could argue, right? You could argue we already got this double top, right? I said it last time, right? It is pretty valid, right? You could argue if you're aggressive, right? You say one ABC, right? It is just a flat correction. It's just extended to the downside. So retest the top, break the low. It is pretty valid, right? It is pretty valid. It is pretty valid. Let's see where we are in terms of fib level. So let's recognize this one as the lowest point, right? And that's the top. So we're exactly at 0.618. So we should be getting a reversal pattern, because I don't think we're going to drop straight down to a 0.786, right? We should get a reversal pattern, right? And our side is not making a divergence. I haven't taken a look at our side, but looking at this pattern right here, maybe on the 4-hour time frame we're making a divergence, but on the bigger time frame I don't see us making it, but we're going to take a look at it, right? So let's take a look at our side. You see, we're not even making any divergence, but on the lower time frame, if you go to the 4-hour, you probably get a divergence, right? You see, you got your divergence, right? You get your divergence. So I said it, like sometimes just take a look, by taking a look at the price, any coin, right, you mentioned, we can tell you, you can anticipate how the all side looking like. But it is a good sign, right? Look at it. It is a good sign. So it has not made any reversal pattern. So you see, so just by taking a look at the daily, you can know like how the hourly is looking like, and probably even look better on the 45 minutes, right? Looking better. Looking better on the 45 minute, right? So looking better. Yeah. So, but go back to the daily. I'm looking for this, this double bottom, just about 0.618 before we retest this 786, if we're going to ever retest it again, right? So, but a rejection from 50 MA is more probable than coming straight down, right? But also on the daily is making a corrective move. So you see, it's not going to come straight down. It's not going to come straight down. So I'm looking for this corrective move. If we're going to retest this area of 0.786 on the price action before a reversal. But we're just going to have to wait and see, because we're pretty much close to 0.786. So it is quite interesting how we didn't get any reversal pattern from this 0.618. So let's go ahead and talk about ADA. ADA, same thing we said, right? We're looking for ADA to come, within this area. We say like ADA, just like Litecoin, we didn't get a, ABC correction, right? We talked about ADA like, almost every day. So I'm gonna leave this pattern just about this area, right? So we said we didn't get any, pattern. It is just a straight sell-off, and the market doesn't sell off like a, on a straight line. So ADA probably has a lot to go. We're already at this area for trend line. We're most likely going to retest. If you don't want to cheat, right, it's not there yet, right? If you want to cheat, you'll be like, oops, it's there, but it's not quite there. You still got some room to go. I like ADA, but staying objective sometimes is very hard. So we're still waiting for ADA just about like 1350 to 1450, right? So in that range, it doesn't have to be accurate. It doesn't have to be accurate. Let's just up it up a little bit, because if you take your second wave, right, pull back, let's take a look at the second wave, right? Take a look at the second wave, this wave, right? That's a double bottom we made. Look at this double bottom. We already got a let's see the R side. You probably got a divergence. Look at the divergence. We got this on the R side, just about this area. So just by taking a look at the price, if you got a divergence or not. We got this divergence, on the R side, right? A 3 up, 3 down, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, double bottom, push to the upside, retest 50 MA. It is pretty easy. So right, it is exactly at 0.618. We're looking for ADA to come back to 0.618, just about 1400. And once we get to 1400, we're gonna get, if market wants to go up, ADA definitely gonna go, but we're just gonna wait for a retest of the previous extension. So we're gonna go 14 to 15, which is just about almost like, you know, in 8 to 10%, right? Yeah, just about 7%, right? So could go higher, but we're gonna be looking for that 10% move once we get to 0.618, right? So, and then you know, probably take a profit and wait, because let's say you buy ADA, like you know, like let's say you got a big portfolio, right? Like let's say 100K, you buy some ADA, just about 1400 sats, right? It moves up to like a 1500. You get your 7%, 8%. That's like 8K, man. And then you don't even have to like, you don't even have to do anything. You just take your initial profit and then, you know, take that ADA and then stake it. So it is quite amazing sometimes. Crypto is fun, guys. It's fun. I like crypto better than playing video games. So I don't know about you. All right, ADA. Bitcoin SV is being delisted. It is looking bad. I don't know if you guys BCH SV. I don't know what happened, so I don't look at the news too much, so, but it is completely dead. Not dead, but you know what I mean, like break the previous low. So we were looking for this move, but sometimes, like I say, the news sometimes matters, right? We were looking for this move, right? Let's go to the lower time frame. Right, we were looking for, you know, for it to make this move. It made this move, right? We were looking for it to close above this area 50 MA. We got bad news, and the R side most likely gonna be moving like a snake, just like this area, snake, and then all of a sudden, you know, we're gonna get some big news from it, because it's not gonna go to zero. It is going to be added to another exchange, or they might get their own exchange. So you never know, right? Because Craig Wright probably got enough money to get his own exchange for this coin, right? If that's a real BTC, but you never know. So let's just wait and see. But it is not gonna drop all the way up, all the way down, because we're gonna get just like I said for not Bitcoin, but OMG and Litecoin. It is going to reverse and give us this pattern. It's not gonna go straight to zero or wherever it is going. It was one of my favorite, I mean my top pick for April, but it's a worst performer, so it's bad. But it gave me like 50% move the first week of April. Maybe that was a insider, right? They say let's push the price up before we, you know, delist it. They push it to the upside, 50% move, and then they say they're gonna delist it. It is quite wrong. All right, let's dash DNT. Let's go and take a look at engine, because engine was pretty interesting. So our target was 1969. Even though engine went up like to 30,000, we still, like, you know, said, look at what we said about engine. That's a 4-hour time frame, right? A divergence, push it upside, coming back down to this area, a push, right? So we were looking for engine to come back down to this area, basically. Let's go to the bigger time frame, right? That was like when engine was just about, like, you know, made this 20% move, right? We say engine gonna come back down to this area, so it is coming back down to this area. So let's zoom out. So, and then we're looking for a drop to a 0.786, which is just about like 1969. That's what I meant, like about 1969 when I was taking a look at Tether. So we're looking for engine to retest 1969 if, like, we break this area of support. So we push to the upside. We got a nice reversal pattern just about this area of 0.786. Nice divergence, outside moving to the downside. This divergence look better on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see if you can see on the 4-hour time frame. this divergence right there. Yeah, it looks better on the 4-hour time frame. You can see it right on the daily time frame. What you're seeing, that move, that's what you get right here. So, and then we call for this big move right here, a retest, right? So it's gonna break it, come back down, retest this area, because you go to the 4-hour time frame, you know we got a lot to go, right? We got a lot to go. So, and get this move, just about this area, that move, another one like that. So I'm looking for 1969. I know it's a lot of dropping. Let's see, it's like a 30% drop, right? So but we say it's gonna drop since like engine was just about this area. So it was even like 40% drop before we called it. Now it is just about like 30% drop. So, but if the market wants to be bullish, we could just retest this low, right, which is not a lot in terms of like how volatile engine is, right? Just about 12% though, for a 16% drop, and then a reversal. But it has to do it before BTC turn bearish again. CND, I never heard about CND. CND, it's a capital BTC. Let's put BTC. Oh, syndicator. I know syndicator. I didn't know the pattern. Big reversal from syndicator. Big reversal. Let's see. It is quite unique though, the pattern. It is quite unique. But we pushed to the upside, double top, came back to 0.786, right? Let's double check. You see, and sometimes you don't even have to use your fib. Like once you're familiar with these, like all these coins, you just mention, C and D, right? Double tap, push to the upside, come back down to 786. It is pretty quiet, like amazing, like how these coins, like they make the same move, But a 0.786 push to the upside, we just exactly this area right here. It is very close to 0.618 if you really take a look at it, right? Exactly at 0.786, right? 0.618, not 786, 0.618, right? Big reversal. So I mean, all these coins like 0.618, 0.786, they're respected. After a double tap, you see your coin double tapping. It's not a financial advice. You see your coin double tapping, just wait for 7. It might take like 3 to 4 months to get like to this area to give you another 20 to 30%. But let's say you get even like 30 to 45% move every 3 months, right? It is quite good, right? Because you don't get that in the stock market, like, and you don't have to wait for that coin. You just have like 5 to 7 coins to watch. At least like one of them gonna be bullish for every month. So you can guarantee yourself like a 10% move at least every month, right? Till the next bull market. So, but it is looking great, but we just have to. It is probably at 0.786 pullback. So this move is pretty aggressive. It came out of nowhere. I never take a look at this coin, but it is exactly at 0.618. So you're familiar with these moves, like your fib, you don't even have to use it. Like, but you just use it to confirm it, right? We at 0.618 pullback. So let's see. But we already got our ABC correction, unlike Litecoin. You see this move right here? It's a ABC correction. So it is a ABC correction. 1, 2, 3. Very undecided. A 0.618 extension, right? So, but let's see the long-term view where we're heading at least, right? Because that's the hardest thing. Once you get your target reach, you take your profit, you be like, okay, where we going next? Sometimes I get that, get that feeling like I hit my target, I take profit, I don't know where to go next. And sometimes you take that profit, you put it to another coin, and that coin goes down like a 50%. So it happened to me before. So, but we at 0.618 extension. I would be waiting for a retest of the 50 MA at least, because we didn't. It did basically raped this 50 MA. I mean, break below it, and then didn't even get any challenge and break above it again. So I would be waiting for a retest of it, because this RSI is already made a 3 wave to the upside, 1, 2, 3. So I would be waiting for a pullback from the RSI just to get a corrective move and see if we're gonna go up or not. Let's say I'm holding like some CND and I bought just about this 0.618. I would be taking profit just about 0.78, 0.618 again, right? At least take my initial investment. It's not a financial advice, but at least take my initial investment. Like let's say we break this previous resistance with a clear cut, then I'm gonna add on, because I don't have anything to lose, right? So I already got my you know, profit running, right? The only thing you got is profit, right? And that's like 35% profit from, you know, 0.618. But most people don't think it like that, right? So, all right. Hey, what's up, Drew? Think of sending my XRP. Hey, ZILLIQA, what's up, AA? I mean, it is not a financial advice, man, but the market is not extremely like bullish. You know, it is not going up like the way we, you know, were anticipating, like you know, like back in December 17. So sometimes you just have to be patient, man. It is not a financial advice, but you just have to be patient. XRP is not going to be dropping forever, right? So ZILLIQA. Hey, what's up, Tisha Not? Let's take a look at ZILLIQA and we talk about Nexus. We haven't taken a look at Nexus yet, because I remember Nexus we're looking for that drop to 0.7. It is at 0.786, right? I'm holding some ZILLIQA, so hopefully I can be fair. ZILLIQA. Let's go to the lower time frame, right? Because I said like I was looking for a drop from ZILLIQA, right? Okay, ZILLIQA, last time we talked about ZILLIQA, right? We were looking for this move, this divergence, right? We got it. It didn't quite come back down, but we got a divergence. Like the move is not exactly as we drew it, right? We're looking for push to the upside, come back, retest it. You know, it almost retested. You just got this move, just like that, right? But we got that move. They pushed to the upside. We were looking for ZILLIQA to close above the 50 MA, but it couldn't. Look at it. It couldn't close above the 50 MA, right? So it is moving sideways. So most likely we're gonna get another retest. It's not gonna give up just like that, but this retest could be like more aggressive. I'm holding some ZILLIQA, so I'm telling you like what I'm saying. So I should have. Let's see. Let's remove this. Come on. All right, so it's out of there. So I'm looking for ZILLIQA at least for the short term to close above this area of 50 MA on a 4-hour time frame. We got a rejection. You know, we didn't even get a, you know, support from it, and it is rejecting us. So it is not a good sign, right? So, but we got a good reversal sign, right? 3 up, 1, 2, 3, push down, another push. We could come back down and retest this entire move just to finish up the correction to get a better momentum, right? So let's take a look at the R side. This way the R side gonna get a better divergence, right? Because we're not getting any divergence. So a retest of that I think it's 396, right? I think we came back down to, we even came back down to 380. I haven't been checking the price. So I came back down to 380. You know, BTC going down, you know, ZILLIQA gonna come back down to 380 and then get better momentum. The R side gonna double bottom. But I don't like the way the R side is sitting just about 44 on a 4-hour time frame, and then we're not making any move. So let's just get this divergence. I would love to get it for a you know, 30-40% move to the upside, right? Later on, you know, sometime before end of the summer, right? So it's not gonna keep dropping forever. I'm holding some on ZILLIQA, so it's not a financial advice. Okay. Yeah, ZILLIQA, we got that move. Same exact move we're making on a 4-hour time frame. We already made it. 3 up, 3 down, come back, retest it, break it. It is not a good sign, right? So you remove everything, right? Just like a OMG. like I talked about OMG, right? OMG made the same move as ZILLIQA, right? I said OMG is not going to be dropping forever. It is going to give us a B correction before a final move, right? You see, ZILLIQA, you know, tapped out just about 531. I keep saying it. I was live, right? Not live, but I was watching this move, right? So I should have, but that time I didn't know what pattern the market was making. So, excuse me 1 second. Right. So ZILLIQA is giving us this move, right? It is quite nice. It is moving sideways. So let's see if ZILLIQA can push the price up a little bit, you know, get as close as possible to delay this, you know, because you gotta think about it. The higher it pushes to the upside, right? Just about this area, the better the extension going to be. Let's say you're looking for a 0.618 extension. You initial drop, you know, get back to this area, you know, your 0.618 extension just gonna be like 372 again, right? It's gonna double bottom. But let's say we drop from this area, your 0.618 going to be 334. So you want ZILLIQA just to drop, to push like as you want ZILLIQA to push as high as possible, just about this area of 50 MA, right? So that, you know, your next extension, either 1-to-1 extension or a 0.618 extension, not going to be like that deep. So because like let's say we drop from this area, I'm looking for ZILLIQA then to go like back to a 333, which is a lot, a 20%, 25, almost 25% drop from the current price, right? But you know, BTC is pretty bullish, so let's see if ZILLIQA gonna be able to make this 0.618 extension from this area. Otherwise, close above 50 MA on the daily time frame. That's the best scenario. And then a possible, you know, I definitely will be looking to restructure my ZILLIQA size, right, once we close above 50 MA. It is not a financial advice, so you don't have to do that. I don't know if you're holding like long term or short term, you know, but like, you know, but let's say we get to this 1-to-1 extension, I'm still gonna restructure. I might be adding more ZILLIQA because I know a 1-to-1 extension, you're not gonna get anything but a push to the upside, right? So after that, because you're gonna get your initial ABC correction, you're gonna get your ABC correction. Wherever this B gonna be, you're gonna get your C correction. Then you're gonna look for a, you know, at least a double digit, right? So at least a 10% move. Let's go ahead and talk about Nexus, NXS, BTC. Just about 4:30 p.m. Nexus, we still, you know, looking for the same move. You know, nice divergence, right? But we're still looking for Nexus to retest this 0.618, right? It is struggling to retest it, right? So it is struggling. BTC is very undecided, but it is a good sign. RSI is just about flat, right? It could be in this range for quite a while, right? A retest. So, but I'm still looking for this retest of 0.618, the previous fib level, which is just about 10-15% move. Let's say 8 to 12% move. It is more, but because we got a resistance just about that area, we're not gonna break it that easy. A resistance coupled with this 50 MA dropping, it's not gonna be a easy push to the upside. But if I get, like, let's say I get any 10 to 15% move from this area, I mentioned it last time, right? I mean, it is great, man. You get a 10 to 15% move from an area of overbought, oversold, right? It is quite amazing. Like, just so it is quite good to get a 15% move from this area. It is going to be difficult, but it can happen at any time. So let's take a look at the bigger picture, right? Take a look at the bigger, and then we say like the next area of a support, like let's say we don't get this double bottom. It is just about this area of a, let's say 618, right? 618 to 600. So 618 to 600. It is actually 6,000. I hate when Binance doesn't give you, because I don't look at the coin in a the dollar value, sometimes it kind of like kind of mislead me a little bit, like when I look at the number. So but it is 6,000, right? We're looking for 6,000, because I think Nexus is just about like what, I don't even know the price of Nexus, but because 600 it would be like 88, right? Because 88 is just about 9 cents, right? So 6,000 would be like 90 cents, right? So let's just double check. Nexus, Binance, right? And Nexus is actually it's actually 7,000. It's actually 7,000. So it's 37 cents, right? So 7,000, yeah. Not 700. Yeah, 88 is 9 cents. So not 10 cents, not 90 cents. All right, so that's about it for Nexus. Let's move on to Ethereum, right? We haven't talked about Ethereum yet. Ethereum, we got the we got this corrective move. We're still looking for Ethereum to break the low, right, to give us this extended move to the downside, break this area, but it is not giving us this move yet. So a push to the downside just going to give us a double bottom just about this area, a nice move from the outside, right? The outside is giving us already a divergence, right? So outside is giving us a divergence, right? So most likely the slope gonna change, right? Once we break this area and then retest this area of 0.03, right? Roughly 0.0295. So a double bottom just about this area. We're looking for another double bottom with a divergence, which is going to be more explosive, right? So yeah, and then couldn't close above this area of 50 MA, like I keep saying, right? Most of these coins, they're gonna get rejection from 50 MA. A retest of the previous low coupled with a divergence and a very explosive move to the upside. So let's go ahead to NEO, right? Because NEO is quite interesting also, because we said NEO gonna come back down to 208. It did exactly retested to 208, right? So take a look at NEO, right? So we said when NEO was like just about this area of 50 MA, we said next area of support gonna be just about like 208, right? You take a look at it. Let me zoom it in. That's what we exactly said, right? 208. You take a look at NEO, came exactly at like 2088, right? So we're looking for this big move to the upside with a divergence, right? The outside is pretty aggressively moving to the downside, very aggressive, man. Straight line. That's the only coin I see like with the outside like moving this linear. You can see like this line is pretty linear, right? With the probably 0.99 R square. So hey, we're looking for this move, like, and then retest, right? That's what we're looking for, just about this area. The outside is not even gonna look like that, right? Like that, right? We're looking for this move, because I'm looking for a big move from NEO, right? I'm looking for a big move from NEO, right? So it's not gonna keep moving to this area of 0.786, this blue line, like almost like 1892 on Binance, or 1892, like, which is 189,000 with on this straight line, right? It's not gonna get this set off, right? So look for NEO to make this move. Yeah. So we already got the divergence. If you go to the lower time frame, we already got this divergence. We got a nice divergence. Let's see. Okay, it looks like a divergence on the lower time frame, right? So on the lower time frame, you can see like this move, right? Take a look at your R side, right? Take a look at your R side. You got a nice divergence. So you cannot see it on the daily time frame. That's why sometimes if you don't sometimes take a look at the daily time frame, or if you don't understand like how the R side work, and then you only focus on the daily time frame, you're just gonna see like a big move to the upside, and you don't know where it comes from, right? So that's what we exactly say, right? We're looking for NEO to make this move. Let me replay it, right? Looking for the NEO to push to the upside, a divergence. That's what we said exactly. I didn't even change the structure. So same exact thing, push to the downside, we getting this divergence. So the drawing is not proportional, but you get the concept. So I'm not looking for a proportional drawing, right? So what I mean, like the drawing is not gonna follow the outside exactly like this, like that, like that. So you just put this, put this, put that. That's all you do. You know the concept. So, but that's what we got exactly. So I'm looking for a big move today. Hey, what's up, El Gordolon? Yeah, Binance remove a 0 to it, so they steal your money. That last decimal is very important. I mean, it is a significant figure, so it's not 0, but it should be a significant figure. So, because if you say like, if I say like I got 0.011 BTC, and then you remove this one, it is a lot, right? When BTC gets like to a $1 million, this one, it is very significant. Even if at 5,000, this one is significant, right? It is pretty significant, right? That's all. It is pretty significant. Even though like you say like 0.0000, it's 60090. Once BTC gets like $10 million, you know, that very last decimal, I mean, it is already a significant figure, but it is, you know, if it is not a 0, it is significant, right? So, but you know, I don't know why Binance just give you like, you know, 5 decimals, 7 decimals. I hate that. I want all my decimals. But most people don't think that way. So most people don't think that way. So let's move on to EOS. EOS BTC. EOS still holding strong, just about this area of 50 MA on the lower time frame. We're still looking for EOS to come back down to this area of a green box, right? Even though I'm pretty bullish on EOS, I said like when EOS was making this double top, if you guys been following me, I say I'm not comfortable with this move, right? With this double top, and EOS couldn't break it. EOS is pretty bullish. Like, I mean, I think EOS over Tron. Tron is pretty bullish on the dollar. I'm gonna show you why I say like Tron was not gonna break out also. Because sometimes most people are calling for a breakout when the market is bullish. They don't get the concept. Sometimes I look at the dollar value on the background, right? Sometimes I look at the dollar, even though I don't trade versus the dollar. I look at the dollar value on the like the dollar pairing, like just to get like some confirmation, right? So you take a look at EOS, right? We don't have like ABC correction. It's just a drop, straight drop, a big support. So I'm looking for this extension, and I'm quite I would be happy if you get this extension, right? It is going to be I'm looking for a 0.618 extension or 1-to-1 extension, but just to be conservative, right? I'm looking for this 1-to-1 extension just to be conservative, because EOS is pretty strong like versus BTC, and I don't know why. But a 0.618 extension, like the reason why I was looking for a 1-to-1 extension with EOS was just about this area. So that 1-to-1 extension was going to take us to 95.37. So but EOS, you know, is pushing to the upside. So that 1-to-1 extension still going to be above, is going to be above this rectangle, right? So but we're just going to have to wait and see how it is going to play out, right? But even if you want to be aggressive, you can move this just about this area. Look for a push to the downside just about this area between 0.618 and 1-to-1 extension, right? But since the RSI is not over, you know, it is quite neutral, and I would love to get RSI to get back to this area before the next run up. So EOS gonna get like a lot of momentum to move to the upside. I'm just gonna leave it just about this area, right? So you go back to the daily time frame. It is just noise, right? It is just noise. It is just noise, right? We don't have any move to the downside. So but the 50 EMA most likely going to support the price. So it is just noise when you take a look at it. It is just noise. We got this nice flag, but it is just noise. We finally gonna break to the downside. I said I didn't like this double top, right? I said it long time ago. A support from this 50 MA is more reasonable, right? If you're looking to accumulate more EOS, right? If you're looking to accumulate more EOS. Let's go ahead and take a look at ICX and then WANCHAIN. ICX, we're still looking for this drop to 0.786. Even though like we got this double bottom just about 0.618, we couldn't get the push to the upside. So some of these coins, they weak. Maybe next month after we get back to a 0.786, we're gonna get very strong move to the upside, but they're looking weak. We cannot close above 50 MA for some reason, right? Even though we at 0.618, a double bottom, but we don't get we're not getting a divergence. But this move on the 4 hour looks like a divergence, right? Let's see. On the 4 hour time frame, yeah, we're getting a divergence on the 4 hour time frame, right? So it is a nice move, 3 up, 3 down. So most likely a breakdown follow through, right? 3 up, 3 down, cannot push to the upside. A breakdown to this area of 0.786, it's not going to look good at all. It is not. It means like the all side gonna have to be dragging down, right? I hate to say it, but the all side is not gonna we already got this move. If that's the case, we're going back to a 786. The all side gonna have to drag down in this area on the 4 hour before a final divergence. This divergence, right? We could be looking for it just about this area, right? I'm holding some ICX, so I'm accumulating ICX, so but sometimes you have to be objective, so otherwise you're always going to be bullish, right? And then or you're always going to be bearish. I've been calling for this ICX move like when ICX was like 720, not 7 but 521, right? I was calling this move like when ICX was just about this area, right? Making this bull flag. I say keep an eye on ICX, keep an eye on ICX, keep an eye on ICX, right? And then we got this big move to the upside. Now we're about to retest this flag. That's all we're doing, right? You know, but this double bottom on the 4 hour looks great, but we have to finish it up. Otherwise, it's not gonna look good. We have to finish it up. You know, when you get an opportunity to move to the upside, you don't move to the upside. You're just gonna break down. That's it. It's nothing. You got a double bottom. This area, right? Push to the upside, just like Tron. When Tron like got that move just about this area, went up like 70%, came back down to the same exact area, you know, couldn't push to the upside. It just went to the downside, right? Went to the next fib level, and that's what ICX is most likely going to be doing if we don't take advantage of this move and close above this area 50 MA, at least for the short term. Because ICX already got a ABC correction. It does look ugly, right? But it got a nice ABC correction, A, B, and C. A push to the upside, a double bottom. The only thing you can expect a push to the upside, but if it doesn't want to do it, we just have to count this as a B correction, the B wave, right? That's the only thing we're gonna do, right? You got your ABC, corrective move, ABC, another ABC down to the downside. And you guys remember, right? We're analyzing, we're not predicting. It's two different things. When you're predicting, you just say ICX is gonna go to $100, and then you're just gonna wait for the next 3 to 4 years, and then your prediction gonna come true. But you're analyzing, you have to take into account all these perspectives, right? So all these scenarios, and put yourself in the best scenarios of a lower risk, a low downtrend. But if you put yourself in this position, the possibility of ICX going down from this area to that area, right, is lower than ICX going from this area to the next fib level, right? So, and then your odds are going to be completely overbought. So most likely, if ICX gets to this area, I'm gonna be accumulating more. So just for the long term. All right, guys, we're just gonna take a look at the BTC, and then we're gonna call it a day. We hit our target of It's 5200 on the dot, 5197, guys. So I'm looking for this 4800, 4750 to 4800, right? So first target first target going to be a 0.786. At 0.786 we're gonna double bottom, right? So we're gonna double bottom just about 4850, and then if like we cannot break it, we just have to look for 4630, which is a 1-to-1 extension. It doesn't look good, but that's just a reality, right? I'm pretty bullish, like 90% bullish on BTC for the for the next 2 months. I'm only 10% bearish on the 4-hour time frame. So that you're gonna get your ABC correction, right? So ABC correction and a follow through. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with this move. Look pretty nice. And then the other possibility we already talked about it, the triangle, right? Now, so let's take a look at the triangle. So keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. So we could be getting this triangle. So let's say BC wants to push higher. You could be looking for wave number 3 just about this area, right? So I'm just gonna keep that in mind in case wave number 2, right? 3, 4, and 5, right? So before that's very that's a bullish scenario, right? That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. But let's say you want to take this entire way, right? Which is this one, right? So you're gonna get, let me recount it, right? You got two triangles, right? You just take whichever you want. You got 1, 2. You're looking for this number 3, 4, and 5. That's pretty much bearish, right? Because after your 5th wave, you're looking for a sell-off, right? But if, like, let's say you're pretty bullish, right? You're just like me. I'm pretty bullish. I'm just gonna ignore that one, right? You're looking for this one, and then you got your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? And then a follow through. So, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. So keep that in mind, right? We're gonna talk about this move, either after we break to the downside or if we like push to the upside. So that's the only 2 scenarios we got. We're not gonna be moving sideways forever. So, but it is pretty reasonable to push to the upside because the outside is looking pretty nice. It is looking pretty nice. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. Most likely it is going to be the thumbnail, and then so we won't forget, right? On the next live stream we're gonna get back to it and see if it is possible to take a look at it like this, right? All right, guys. So we're just gonna call it a day, and then thank you for tuning in, and then we're gonna go live maybe in the next 12 hours or so, about 3 a.m. if I have some time in the next 12 hours, because I know I got some followers like in China and in India. So, and then they're gonna be tuning in. Most of you guys gonna be sleeping. All right, guys, it was nice having you, and then happy trading, right?